very first things that Donald Trump did as president was roll back an Obama-era regulation that made it harder for people with mental illness to purchase guns. And we have to talk about the full record when we talk about these situations, that people have this unfettered access to weapons of war. Now what the Trump campaign and Trump affiliates, Donald Trump himself are trying to do, they're trying to silence any sort of dissent against Donald Trump, saying that it is incendiary and that it is the cause of the attacks on Donald Trump. So here's Republican strategist and pro-Trump CNN commentator Scott Jennings criticizing Vice President Harris for calling out Donald Trump for saying that he will be a dictator on day one, and someone else in the panel goes, those were his words.
Well, and look, just to address your point about Harris, I just don't agree. I mean, the underpinning of her campaign, I mean, she repeats it herself. Trump will be a dictator on day one. I mean, this country fights dictators. That's what our history. We fight dictators.
Didn't he say that?
He'll be a dictator. There'll be a blood. And of course, we always have receipts that Donald Trump has said this not once, but multiple times. Let's play the first clip.
You know, it's interesting. I did a show, Sean Hannity. Did you ever hear of him? He's a very nice man. And he said essentially, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? Tell me. I think he was trying to give me a nicer question than maybe you guys, but he meant it very well. I said, I'm going to be a dictator for one day.
Then he also said it at Mar-a-Lago.
The day you see they're calling you a dictator. They say Trump wants to be a dictator. Trump wants to be. And you know how it started? He asked me a question. Please say you don't want to be a dictator. I said, no, I won't say that. I want to be a dictator for one day.
He also said he wanted to be a dictator to the New York Republicans.
Dan Baker today in the New York Times, he said that I want to be a dictator. I didn't say that. I said I want to be a dictator for one day. But the New York Times said, and you know why I wanted to be a dictator? Because I want a wall, right? I want a wall, and I want to drill, drill, drill.